Were you saying with the incline screw, the two pick eyes are set so it adjusts
The incline is set at a 30-degree angle, so when you pick that up at one pick with the crane, it will hang at the position that you need to put it on. Makes it very easy for two. And one guy can actually put it on. It really is not that bad. I mean, two guys at the most on site can put this whole thing together within an hour and 15 minutes. Two guys. Very simple. And same with teardown.
So I'm assuming this is more than tall enough where if they wanted to put maybe like a 30-yard.
That's correct. You can put a 30-yard under there if you need be or whatever. The feet are just there for, I mean, don't really need the feet there to support it. It will hang there by itself if you had to, you know, but most of the time your feet are there just for support, you know, and then you back your hopper in on to the right alongside them, and then the dump out of the Pugmill is designed to the center of the roll can or wherever you use.
Okay.
So you have no problems loading, and then you just move it right underneath till it's full, and away you go.
While we're on this side, just give us a quick walkthrough of what we've got here.
Well, these are all DFD controls. They're all variable speed drives that you can change your speeds on your incline, on your sludge hopper, and also on your cross screw. That's designed if you want to feed one side more or the other, depending on the application of the product going in. These are all controls that are programmable, so you can do your speeds and then you're off and running.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Let's get around to the other side just to make sure we're clear on everything here. I guess we can start with the door closed. Just kind of give us a walkthrough.
This is very, very simple. Everything's labeled on here as far as your Pugmill, your incline screw, your cross screw, your left and right sludge, your lime screw, your rotary vane, which is on the blower, your silo vibrator, which is also on your silo. And basically it's pretty much self-starter. You just all the buttons, you fire up, you just turn all your switches on, and the ones that have your variable speeds all have rheostats on them, so you can turn them one way or the other to slow or speed up your augers inside the hopper, or the incline, or the cross screw. Them three are variable speed, so you can do whatever you want with that. And there's also can change your VFDs. And if you want to change your speeds and you don't like what these are running, you can go back and reprogram your VFD to change that to a different area, which will transport right back to this button. So that would automatically comes right to here. So you get whatever you do back there will always come to this button when you're done. So pretty much self-explanatory. This is the monitor. This also is programmable for your lime screw. This actually feeds the amount of lime going into the top of the Pugmill. And it's all programmable. You hook that up, it's one wire, you run on that, and that also controls everything on the bag house on the silo.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. Can we get down here real quick? Last couple of questions. Mark, why don't you come up on the ladder?
Sure.
You and I can stand up here. Can you give us just a quick rundown on the two screws that feed into the other screw?
This is the two screws that are in the hopper itself, the feeder, which are variable speed, left and right sludge. You can change speeds on them. We also have a cross screw at the bottom of the hopper, which takes the material from the hopper into the incline, which is also variable speed. And the hopper itself is plastic line for wear. It's also friendly for washing out and cleaning. That's why we put the plastic on the sides of the walls to help for cleaning. Nothing sticks to that. It makes a big difference. Other than that, the cross screw brings over, goes into the incline. The material it continues up the incline, drops into the Pugmill where there it gets mixed with the lime going in to neutralize the material depending on what your application is. And then eventually dumps out of the bottom of the Pugmill into a can or a dump truck or whatever you prefer to remove it with. So that's basically the system.
How about the actual screw going up here? Is it made out of a
the
special
incline
material?
screw, it's all wrapped in with an AR tip on it, all the way up 1-inch AR tip is on there for wear, and actually it lasts a long time. It's stuff really. Actually, we pulled this incline screws out and put new tubs on them because the incline still had enough of life on them to go into a new actual tube. So them incline screws last a long time. They really do. And that all depends on your application. Some things wear more than others, you know, depending on what's going through it. But we use that liner or that AR on the tip just for wear, so everybody has different applications. So we just do that on all of them, whether you need it or not. That way, it always will be there if they need to run a coarser material, some hard material in there, it will hold up. So that's why we do that.
What type of motors are you using down here?
These are all John Bridge motors we'll be buying from John Bridge. They're all sealed units. They're all watertight, so nothing can get in them. They're all mostly anywhere from 5 horsepower to 15 horsepower, depending on what we need. But most of the time, they run between 5 and 15 horse, and they're all sealed, self-contained.
Thickness of the steel on the Pugmill?
Pugmill hopper walls are 1/4-inch plate. Okay. All the structural tubing on the outside's 1/4-inch thick tubing, 4x4 square tubing. 8x31 I-beam frame on the bottom of the main support and 6-inch skid 80 pipe on the ends for guys want to move it with a backhoe or a crawler. They can latch onto this and pull on this. We have actually a skid 80 pipe to help so they don't bend it up, make it a lot more support versus skid 40. The hopper has lifting lugs on the 4 corners, which makes it simple to pick. You drop a center lift in the middle, run some straps up, and picks up very nice, hangs very straight to set it on a flatbed. We got grating that sets in the top of this for like a walkway if need be, or it's removable grating that we have out of the unit right now, but there's a standard grating that lays in the whole, covers the whole top of the hopper, depending on the application. You can also has a walkway here to walk up onto the on the side of the hopper, so you can look in at all times. The operator can see, make sure everything's running smooth.
Now, didn't you mention grease fittings?
Yes.
We just run over where they might be real quick?
Grease fittings are very easy. We have 2 for the here on the sludge hopper that takes care of the shafts on the inside. All that is a lubricant to keep them from getting dry in there. We have pack seals on all our motors, which is grease fitting here that you see. That's all the pack seals have grease fittings on that. The incline has a grease fitting right under the step on the very bottom of the incline. You see a grease fitting here. It takes care of that one on that particular unit. And also, if we get up to, that takes care of the whole, that area is up, it's all the grease fittings in that area. Now we come up to the Pugmill. Pugmill has all lines hooking to bearings and pack seals. They're all eventually tie into a master junction block here that the operator can stand in one spot and take care of the whole operation of greasing this machine daily. They should grease this daily, a couple squirts every day would take care of that part. The gearbox is self-contained. It's full. It comes with grease in it, so you can just keep an eye on that. There's no sight glass for it because it really don't need to be. That's sealed unit. Other than that, everything's pretty much intact. I can't think of anything else you guys would need to know as far as operation. That's pretty much it.
The ease of the changing out, if you ever needed to change your paddle tips on the auger, on the
paddle
shaft.
tips are, I don't know if you can see. The augers have an AR tip on the paddle that you can see that they're interchangeable. Once they wear down a certain position, you take a couple bolts, flip them, put them back on, you get another set of life out of them, and they're very simple to replace.
Yeah, it looks like
just
bolt on, bolt off.
Just bolt on, bolt off. They're an AR tip for wear, so they last a long time. And like I said, once you wear them back to about a ½ inch from the bolts, then you do a change out and flip, and then you get to life again.
Now, when you say AR tip,
this is the AR tip here, this 1-inch AR plate.
Okay.
It's bolted onto the main support of the shaft, and then you pop these 2 bolts out,
Yep.
flip, 180 degrees, bolt it back on, then you have new life again.
So this whole piece is AR.
That is correct.
Gotcha.
That
And
is
that's
correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Well, we like to call those the pads. Yeah.
yeah, the pads, yeah. The journals are all machine journals, and there we take them and weld everything up in fabrication, throw them in our lathe, we turn them and have them run out of about 2-3 thou when we're done.
And that
So
obviously
that
helps the
obviously helps the
vibration.
vibration plus wear on your bearings. If anything, anybody knows if you have a wobble in your shaft, it's going to take a bearing right out. So we make sure we took these together and we run them and put an indicator on them, make sure they run 2-3 thou. That way we have no problem with issues in the field with bearing wearing out. So it's a little extra step that we take just to make our system last a lot longer in the field.
Well, it certainly looks heavy duty and incredibly well built.
Yeah, we appreciate the info, Norm.
Okay, guys.
Great.
Good luck to you.